around me today. Today we gotta talk about In The Hellcat. We're gonna take this video and turn it into a case study. How you see your boy Ami, as soon as them white boys show up, he's instantly started snitching on himself and others. So I'm gonna show you where he went wrong throughout all of this. And when you're facing jail time, the best thing to do is not to talk. The best thing to do is to have your lawyers do all of the talking. So I'm going to pull up here the video. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you guys can see the same video that I'm watching. All right. There we go. We got action. So if y'all don't know about Ami in the Hellcat, Ami in the Hellcat is a famous YouTuber, probably 800,000 subscribers. And you can see if I share the screen with you, you can see him there in that big house with a lot of cars and flashing a whole lot of cars. He already sticks in a white neighborhood, black guy with a whole bunch of flashy cars and a big house. You're gonna stick out. Tommy in the Hellcat is a famous YouTuber. He talks about his life and different things that go on to his life. Just a vlog. And he's a nice personable guy, so a lot of people like watching his shows. But I gotta show you this video where he's snitching on himself and snitching on his friends. If you're gonna snitch, at least wait, to at least get, something from McDonald's, at least some burgers and fries and some shakes before you start snitching. You gotta save it as bargaining chips. Even ask R. Kelly. R. Kelly, he was found guilty, and then that's when he starts pulling out, I'll snitch on all these celebrities, if I can get a reduced jail time. That is when you save your gossiping or your secrets. You save for them. But Tommy, he's not even gonna save it for for mediation. He's just gonna go ahead and tell it all to the media and personalities. I'm gonna play this video. Oh, it's with the advertisement. You know how it is. They're always gonna have advertisement. So let's skip this ad. I'm gonna put it on live for you guys. So, of course, there's something wrong right there. This guy is bringing his own camera, so he might as well film the whole thing because if he's on camera, so that at least he can get some views on his YouTube videos, and then he can get paid for this. I guess this informal interview. So he brought his own camera, maybe to show his side of the video, just in case the news media only want to put 2 minutes out. They want to doctor it, but he can go ahead and put that camera there, and then white boys, as soon as they show up with their camera, he thought, oh, something's going on, because he's just been raided, so he's watching out for anybody that's coming over to his place. So that's why he's also got a camera just in case anything happens. So I'm going to continue playing. All right, I'm going to stop it right there. The thing about the feds is when they're coming for you, they sit there and they watch you for several years. They just keep quiet, but they're there. They're slowly watching him. They're watching his in and out. And what's going on with Omni in the Hellcat is that he created this streaming platform where you get this kind of Chromecast kind of thing, those Amazon Fire Stick. So there's a bootleg of breaking those sticks where you can have streaming platform videos. shows, TV shows, streaming from those streaming sticks. So he found an app where he can crack that, and then he was streaming all of these channels from Capcom and then from Verizon and different streaming platforms, which you're not allowed to stream videos, movies. It's almost like Napster, how Napster streamed music for free. He had the same streaming stick where you can stream videos and movies for free, and he said there was nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with that because that's intellectual property that you're streaming for free, and you didn't ask the people that owned it or even give them any royalties for it. So that's where they have a problem with. So that's why they're coming after them. Back in the old days when you had those VHS tapes and they had the FBI warning, $250,000 fine if you try to sell this video or make copies and sell it. That's pretty much he's doing almost the same thing, but with him, he's doing streaming. So he thinks it's all right because it's streaming and I'm not copying any videos and selling it to people. I'm just streaming it from my Amazon Fire Sticks. See that right there? They're just trying to compliment him to get him to talk some more. This is even when I'm working and they approach our workplace, they always tell us never to talk to the media. Let management take care of the media because they will have their lawyers address any news reporters that come up just in case you don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want their workers to say the wrong thing. They don't even want the managers to say the wrong thing. They want the lawyers to do all the time because they know how to address these media, because the media will take it and spin it their way and make it worse. This is why this was his first mistake, approaching a media news. He should have sent the person away. Have the lawyer do all the talking. Don't even talk yourself. And he's just having too many issues here, but he's gonna keep talking. As soon as they showed up, he starts singing. Yes, he's always saying that he found a loophole. I don't know how big this loophole is, but it's got to be a big loophole for him to go through it. Because this gray area, they're going to find other ways to get you around. There's no real loophole if people are getting sued for it or, putting cease and desist letters. And they notified him for several years for him to stop, but he kept doing it. So he keeps saying it's a loophole because he hasn't been arrested and taken to jail. But that's not how the feds work. They just wait and they gather enough information so they have an ironclad case that it's going to be impossible for you to get out. Their conviction rate is 90%. So they always wait for a couple of years, sit there quietly and get the information. They don't come and arrest you right away like the local police. They wait, and they wait patiently. See that? There he goes. He's snitching on the other guys. So now they don't even have to work too hard to get you. You're already snitching on live TV that all your friends are doing it, and now all they have to do is go through all your contacts, and then they'll find out who else is doing it. The reason why they're not coming after your friends, and maybe at the most they're getting lawsuit, is because you're just doing too much. You're out here flaunting and stunting in a white neighborhood with all these flashy cars, and you ain't got no real legitimate job. Of course they're gonna feel angry. Everybody in the neighborhood is probably looking at you sticking out. Big black guys like, who is this guy just moving in this neighborhood, putting all these flashy cars? Obviously they're gonna be thinking you're maybe a rapper or a drug dealer, but they're already gonna have a problem with you. So what your friends probably did is they left a life that was very modest. They weren't out here stunting, trying to draw attraction to themselves. Because that's what, when you do all this, people are starting noticing, and then you get a lot of complaints and people calling to find out what you're up to. If he had just a big house and one car in the driveway, they probably would have just left him alone. But he's out here stunting and, all flashy cars, and nobody knows what he's up to. Of course, they're going to be asking questions. Said the divorce lawyer. Now, there are different fields in law. You need a business lawyer for this. A divorce lawyer is not going to know too much about streaming because this is all a very new field. So he's not going to know too much, and there's not a lot of information for him to go on. So all he knows is probably you didn't give him that much information. You probably told him you're just doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. He probably didn't have the information. But a business lawyer would have told you that the stuff that what you're doing is illegal. So he got the wrong counsel to give him information, especially during a divorce. He's not interested about business law. He's more interested about getting this divorce wrapped up and how much he can squeeze out of you. So he'll say anything. Oh, here we go. He's starting to snitch on himself. So you guys just pay attention. He's already admitting that, he did something wrong and his ignorance is not an excuse from the law. So he could have kept us all quiet. When you start talking like this, you make it hard for the lawyers to defend you in court because they all these videos and they say, what did you mean by that ignorance is not an excuse? What were you ignorant of? What could you have changed? This is how they're going to try and get him. But if he just kept quiet throughout the whole time, tell the news reporter to go away, then it wouldn't be such a hard job for the lawyer to get him off of this case, especially white collar crime. White collar crime is the easiest for lawyers to get them off this case. But he just talks way too much. He just started singing as soon as he saw those white boys. So that's what they're getting. The streaming service and that illegal part, that's going to be hard for the prosecutors to come after him. So what they're doing is they're going to get him on tax evasion. All that money that you made from the streaming platforms, did you pay any taxes on it? And he's already admitted that he's made a lot of millions of dollars, and if his friends have made millions of dollars. So that's where they got him on, and that's going to be hard for him to get off. He's going to try and blame the accountant, but the accountants can only do with the information that you give them. So all they can say is that if, the information that you gave me and you only made 100,000, but then the prosecutors find that you're making hundreds of millions of dollars, then they can't come after the accountant. and an accountant. Well, there you have it, guys. That's my reaction to this. I'm In The Hellcat. So if you really wanted to snitch with Finesse, let's review. First of all, do not speak. Just record and go to the jail quietly. Like if you get arrested by the cops, just go into the car, just sit there quietly and don't say anything. People come and bail you out. You know, you do your phone call, they'll come and bail you out. Your family come bail you out. Or even your lawyer will come bail you out. Then have your lawyer do all of the talking. Turn down all social media requests. He should not be talking about this even on YouTube or any public forum or any news reporter. Let the lawyer do all of the talking because you're just going to get yourself into a lot of problems. They could have sent that news reporter over there to get more information out of you. Not just for Channel 6. They want to find more information so they can make their own videos. Don't put your business out there on social media. Refuse all the interviews. And and lastly of all, if you want to confess with Finesse, don't expose your friends either. Don't say that your friends were doing the same thing. Just keep all that quiet because you want to save that for when you're ready for mediation and they find you guilty. That is when you pull out those special secrets. And that's how, you get your jail time reduced. That's how you confess with Finesse. Like ask R. Kelly. Now R. Kelly is found guilty. He's going to be facing decades of being behind bars, and he's already in his 50s. But what he's doing is he's going to snitch on other celebs that are also pedophiles to get his time reduced. With Ami, in his case, they're looking to charge him over 500 years of jail time. The only way he can get out of 500 years of jail time is to confess. But if you're already confessing and you don't have any more bargaining chips to fight with, then what else are you going to bring to the mediation table to get reduced time? You're making it hard for the lawyer. You got to keep quiet, and then when it's time for mediation and they find you guilty for tax evasion, then that's when you want to expose your other friends so you can get reduced time. And at least get a burger and fries and some milkshake before you expose, or ask for a meal while you're giving out your story, while you're telling the cops the whole story. Ask them for at least Red Lobster or a steak dinner. Don't just give it up freely. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts? Was Omni snitching too much? Was he just singing too much, or was he justified in what he said? I think he's snitching too much, but what do you guys think? Well, this is Nigga Ronnie with another video. Bye.